Greetings YouTube and welcome to a longer video than normal, but hopefully it will be an amazing amount of data video. You see, I got hit up by several summoners in the first hour that the featured 5-star new crystal went live, and so I decided to put all their videos together in one mega opening for the best data possible on the new featured 5-star crystal. So we are starting with Kentbeard, who sent two separate videos along, and he saved up just months and months and months worth of 5-star crystal shards, as so many of you do. Okay, so first crystal, we are looking for a new champion. Gladiator Hulk's awesome. There are so many good champions in this crystal that it really does deserve the A grade that I gave it. But we're looking for, if the 25% drop rate, or 6 out of 24, if that holds up in this new crystal on average. So he's going to open 5. He's hoping for 1 to 2 new champions, and so far Kentbeard is 0 for 2. I have my handy dandy notepad that I'm writing down with my pen and paper how many of the new featured champs he actually gets out of crystals. Then we'll add up the data and that will be it. But so far 0 for 2. If he goes 1 for 5, it's just slightly worse than the average drop rates, but obviously, he'd love to go 2 for 5, which would shoot him up to 40%. But so far, 0 for 2. So he needs 2 of the last 3 crystals to make it. And it's so difficult for me to be like, oh no, he just got a Star-Lord. Because Star-Lord is still so good. And I recently took mine to rank 5 and love him at rank 5. Used him in incursions last night, and he did pretty darn well. Actually got me out of a hole, internet phrases. So, 0 for 3, though. He needs to finish these last 2 with at least 1 featured champion, and that is a painful troll roll. 0 for 4 now, and he got one of the only quote-unquote misses, even though Winter Soldier, still with the Killmonger synergy, certainly becomes a lot better. Ironically, Star-Lord 1.0, who he got Star-Lord and Winter Soldier back-to-back. Okay, is he going to start out 0 for 5 in this opening? Here we go. And the last one is, well, again, oh no, I had to settle for a Captain America Infinity War. Poor me. But at the same time, he was 0 for 5 on the new champions. So not a great start. Hopefully somebody can rebound. Now let's go to Roxas84. Roxas84, who also has the 5 crystals to start out, and doing that Pep method that we love so much. Shout out to Pep 1000, such a beloved member of the community. Okay, he's gonna pop 5. Can we see a new 2020 champion for the first time? And we do. 1 for 5, and we have Sorcerer Supreme Awakened. Okay, so far 10% drop rate, or 1 out of 10 for those first batch of 10 collectively. Not great. Should be 25% on average, but who knows, maybe a summoner down the line will make up for the lack of luck. But he does have, what, 5 more? Wow. It's just crazy to think of all those shards. Okay, so first 5 was 20%, 1 out of 5. Is he going to go Team Pop again? Here we go. He sure is. And okay, Red Guardian, 2 Iceman and a Hyperion. That's beautiful. He awakened his Iceman and got 26 on top of that. Okay, so far 2 out of 15 crystals are new champions. Very underwhelming odds, but we still have time to turn the ship around. We shall see how the other summoners fare. And with that being said, let's just move straight on to Kentbeard's second crystal opening of 7 champions. This time he was 0 for 5 on the first opening. So let's see. Oh, he's going to pop him. Come on, give him somebody new. The Kabam server always lags behind popping a decent amount of crystals. Okay, 0 new. What? I mean, Hyperion. If that's 0 new, and I think he said he didn't have a single featured, he was 0 for 12 on new featured. Unbelievable. And that puts the first 22 crystals opened at 2 out of 22. Wow. All right. Brand new 07 27. He's got 8 crystals. I'm still just stunned. 2 out of 22 and 0 out of 12 for Kentbeard. Can you imagine saving up 12 featured 5-star crystals worth of shards and not getting a single new 2020 champion? I am so sorry, my friend. That is truly historic. And not for any of the reasons we would like. All right. Medusa. So many good quote-unquote misses. But already, what, 0 for 2? Now 2 for 24. Sounds like what my batting average would be if I played baseball. But, golly. Just not seeing that standard drop rate so far of the new champion. I'm sure there are some who get a lot better than 25%, but we've seen all worse so far. And, oh, I thought it would roll over one more. Yondu, or what I like to call this, Yondupe. A second dupe. Doesn't really do much. All right. Branu. Halfway into this 8 crystal opening, and there we go. Our first new champion in a very long time. Storm Pyramid X. And that is comforting. A double screenshot. He must have just known how rare the drop rates for new champions have been lately. Not going to lie, I'd be tempted to just pop the rest. But, hey, it's your crystal opening. You do what you want, bud. Mr. Branu. I don't know what 727 is. Maybe it's his birthday. No clue. But halfway in, 1 out of 4. And Star-Lord. Anything's better than Cyclops you would have landed on. I really love this new crystal. If you don't have these God tier and beyond God tier champs that are older, you're going to want to go for this. And if you've got that Black ISO store with the reduction of price of one of these, you're going to want to take advantage of that too. If Sunspot was in this, I'd be all over it. But I'm hunting him, and I can't get him in this crystal. Okay, so 1 for 6 so far in this batch of 8. That is really still below average. Come on, 2 for 7. Come back Storm Pyramid X. Come back Tigra, Red Guardian, and another Yondu. Bummer. 1 for 7 it is. Well, 2 for 8 would be about average, and there we go. Team Pop for the win. 2 for 8, which would mean we're at 4 out of 30. Now, shout out to Roman, and specifically his wife, Sandra Badia, who normally opens his crystals. And this is a summoner who is all about Team Pop, he said. So, let's see what he has been saving up. Maybe that first featured 5-star. But you would think it would be in the middle, right? Where you going, buddy? You lost? Are you lost? Looks like you're lost. You got a 5-star Awakening gem. That's cool. Just randomly hanging out. A Death Crystal. Okay. We're going to, after giving that shout out, we are going to give. You got Drax. There we go. What a drag, or Drax. I kid myself. Okay, does that mean you have 11 crystals in this? Maybe, just maybe. Wow. We are going to have over 40 crystals of data after this. Again, I know it's a longer video than normal, but instead of just making these individual videos for one video of like a central hub of drop rate data, it makes so much more sense with the math. Okay, we're 4 for 30 right now. Come on, batch of 11. Give him much better luck than we've seen. That's not saying much. And I do think he is Team Pop for the win. Here we go. Our first roll of 10. That server, you know, is going to have a hard time connecting. If it couldn't open 7, it's going to have a hard time opening 10. Okay. 3 new. Nobody new at the front. Are those all 2020 champions? Hit that convert button, buddy. Let's see it. So many champions. Okay. Star-Lord Awakened. Heimdall double dupe. Gwynpool triple dupe. Hyperion 7 dupes, question mark. Double dupe for Voodoo. 4th dupe. Okay, yep. So that was 3 for 11, which puts us at 7 out of 41. And he's got one more. We have seen some luck. Red Guardian came out with that 1 for Team Pop, and not in this case. Okay, so make that, yep, 3 for 11 total. Okay, so now Hot Coffee. Love that name. He has 7 as well. This is going to bring us up to 48 5-star featured crystals worth of data. And we are very underwhelmed so far. 7 out of 41. All right, here we go. First crystal is a Medusa. It's so hard for me to be like, dang it, it's Medusa. Because, no, it's still really good. Okay, but 0 for 1. I'm just wanting to see like one of these crystal openings where you get half of them as new champs. You know, let's actually skew the RNG in the positive sense. There we go. There we go. 1 out of 2. Right now we're sitting at 50% drop rates for this crystal opening. Hot Coffee. Bring in the sugar. Whatever that means. Okay, so 1 out of 2. Do I hear 2 out of 3? Can we get a 66% drop rate of new champions? We've had so many bad openings of new featured champs. And I say that specifically about the drop rates of the featured champs, but not bad openings in terms of who you end up landing on, which is still some incredible champions. And can't get them this time. Troll roll over Storm Pyramid X. My heart is still hurting for Kentbeard, who's 0 for 12. You are not supposed to have my record of high school dates asked out as your featured 5-star crystal featured champ percentage. That's a mouthful. All right, 1 out of 3. If he gets 1 out of 4, back to 25%, and he is. Now, again, it's a great champion to quote-unquote miss on, being Iceman. But it started out so great, 1 out of 2, and now hasn't opened 1 in the last 2. 3 more. Please don't be another 1 for 7. That would not be good. All right, here we go. 3 more. And again, it's a great champion. It's just not a new 2020 champion. A lot of dupes of Medusa. A lot of Medusas. That might be the dumbest thing I've said all day. And that is saying something. Okay. 2 more. He's 1 for 5. He's down to 20% on the drop rate when he was at 50%. Come on, new champion. And there we go. We have our first Tigra, however you pronounce her name. It is, it's happening. Okay, so now 2 for 7. Believe it or not, that's the best odds we've seen all day in these crystal openings for the new 5-star featured champions. All right, can I hear 3 out of 7? Almost 50%. Last but certainly not least. And Emma Frost. Okay, so 2 out of 7 puts us at 9 features in 48 crystals. And we have Sprocket next. I just love how many different summoners we're getting a shout out in one crystal opening. We've never done this format before. I like to keep my videos around 5 minutes long, certainly a max of 10. So as I said at the onset of this, I knew it was going to be a longer video, but when you have this much data sent to you in the first hour that a crystal's open, you just got to take advantage of it. Be patient, give everybody a shout out that they deserve, and hopefully have some semblance of luck. Okay, we've got 5 crystals so far. Make that 6. 6 crystals. Okay, so we're up to 54 crystals opened after this. And roll over Red Guardian for Emma. As I've said throughout this whole video, it's tough to say, especially because this is Katie Candy's Bay, Battle Room Bestie. It's tough to say, like, oh no, what a miss, it's Emma Frost, because she's really, really good. But for the sake of the data of this opening, we're just looking at those 6 new champions, and there are so few consistently pulled from this. Doc Ock is 0 for 2. Another great champion, very underrated, especially for power control, but not what we're looking for. Okay, 4 more. 0 for 2 so far, but you can turn it right around with a couple of new champions here. And Hood is not one of them. Nope. 0 for 3. So best he can do now is 50% drop rate if he ends the last 3 with new champions, but the odds of that are almost impossible. And let's see if we can have our first shot at a new champion, and we lose out again, 0 for 4. I think Ultron should be returned to his pre-patch 12.0 form. He was not the best champion, but he was really good. And he lost some crit rating, I believe. Just randomly. Come on, Kabam. Return Ultron to his former glory. It's not going to break the game. And speaking of Ultron, he rolls over almost back-to-back for Dr. Voodoo. All of these champions are solid, but he's still 0 for 5. Last crystal, Hyperion, another great champion, but 0 for 6 technically. 9 out of 54 crystals were featured. That's such a small percentage, right? That is such a small percentage that is 16% of a drop rate for the new champion. 16. Not great. 9 out of 54. Well, what do you think, YouTube? Are you going to go for this? Let's end this video here. Thanks so much to all the summoners who made it in this video. So much data. One of the longest videos ever on my channel. But when you have 54 5-star crystals worth of data, you got to get it in. What a weird internet phrase to end this video on. Thanks for watching.